Photographers are similar to crickets. They make sounds in the forest. You can't tell where the sound's coming from. They can jump really high. They smell weird. You can eat them. They're high in protein. But the amount of usable knowledge that they have amassed in a lifetime compared to a vlogger is barely on a scale worth registering. So they ask me questions, and I have 10 of them, and I'm gonna answer each one.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
Now, before we get started, I do have a new purchase that has arrived. I'm excited to try it. Right now, we're just on the Sony a7S III 20mm 21.8. It's a decent combo. You could get by with it. You could run your whole show on it, indoors and outdoors. Fantastic do-it-all lens. Is it good enough? For me, no, of course not. So I upgraded. Potentially downgraded. We got it. We got the baddest. Oh boy. Oh, do it, Sony. I have never felt a lens that glorious. Zeiss. Oh, the smoothness of the plastic. So we'll switch to that, and then is the Fuji equivalent. Huh? Both 24mm-ish? Is it better? Wow. Alright, first noob. So I have a 1DX Mark II and an EOS R. Should I swap over to the Sony a7S III or just stick with the Canon ecosystem? I'm gonna assume you didn't tell me anything about what you shoot. Let me just double check it. I do automotive, you piece of shit. Automotive photography and videography. Yeah, this is my area of expertise. I've never driven in my life. I also shoot live music events, thanks for the fuck you, and DJ events. I'd have to sell the 1DX to get the a7S III. What the F do you think I should do? Okay, let me just... Automotive photography and music. So one, perfect lighting, cars, not moving, studio situation versus low light, zooming off in the distance. Fuck you and your problems. If you were, however, to vlog near a car or at a concert, this is what I would do. You're already with Canon, just stick with Canon. I was thinking, Sony, I don't love the color science. Why am I nitpicking? This thing can do way more than I'll ever need. And my friend helped talk me out of it. I was thinking, like, Canon R5, should I try it just for the better color? Like, most people prefer the Canon R5 image. Who cares? Who cares? You already have what you have, so stick with it. Like, switching systems, that's dumb. Think if you have like 5 G Master lenses or whatever the RF equivalents are, and then you gotta switch your whole shit. Stick with Canon. Dream about an R5 one day, maybe. Even C70. Whoa, look at you. Sure, your files are impossible to edit and you'd overheat faster than a rainbow on firewood. That's on you. That's on you. I'm so happy I have my a7S III. I love you so. I would actually switch. Sony's better in every way. Do it. Hello, Casey. I need help to buy gear. I want gear to video my dog for commercial. He has to be the best quality. Need hyper slow-mo. Thank you. Have a good day. All right. Slow motion. Best in the business. You have it. You're looking at it. You don't believe me? Problem is the a7S III doesn't have animal eye detect autofocus. That hurts the soul. They have it in photos. Who would ever take a picture of an animal? So you might even go with the R5 and then pray that your computer won't blow up shooting the 4K 120p. Maybe the 1080p 120p is fine for $7,000. All I can think about is the baddest lens. We have to switch to it. Is it the Glory? Oh, we got it. Zeiss 3D pop? Anyone? Am I three-dimensionally popping? I have buyer's remorse. I didn't need it. And I spent hundreds of dollars. It was a good deal. I had to pounce on it. It was brand new. They're like $17.99 Canadian plus tax. I got it with the custom fees and a bunch of other weird stuff and shipping from Thailand. Something like $9.50-ish. That's pounce worthy. Is it clinically sharp? Can you tell that I have diabetes? Was that your question? But yeah, for slow-mo, Canon R5 and R6 have animal detect autofocus, I think, in slow-mo for video. Don't quote me on that. So that would be good. Anything from Sony is good, but Sony a7S III with the 240 frames, or Fuji. Fuji has 240 frames with... It has autofocus and it chooses the animal most times. I've been surprised that I just point at a squirrel, boom. Fuji knows. Not you. You don't know. Great video, Casey. Very entertaining and informative as usual. I want your opinion on buying camera, please. I work at the zoo. Just set them free. Set them all free at night. Lose your job for it. Your grandmother will take care of you. I want a camera to film the feeding of monkeys and other animals. It needs to have good stabilization, since some animals are quite scary and can cause camera shake. Also needs to be incredibly sharp, look professional, because these are important clips for business of zoo. Oh, and also, camera that doesn't look too confrontational, you piece of shit with your curveballs. Does not cause distress in the monkeys. Thank you. Why would I know any of what you just said? Actually, I do. Your best bet. Professional? Sony a7S III. There it is. Panasonic autofocus is not going to latch on to a monkey. You have good stabe, nice lenses. Oh, sorry, it wasn't in focus. Is that professional? Can you manually focus under the stress of a monkey about to attack? Probably not. Olympus? Better autofocus. Stabe decent. Professional look? No. Over sharpened. That's not bad for monkeys though. For human skin tones? Yes. For animals? Not so bad. Dynamic range? No. You gotta go with Sony. Canon R5 would detect a monkey. You wouldn't even have to change the settings. Human or monkey, Canon's got your back. Just know that the more affordable R6 has pretend Canon color science, and anybody who owns that camera knows that they're not good enough for most anything. Any situation they find themselves in a social gathering, they're the lowest tier of people with their R6 and the yellow face. Sony ZV-E10 versus XS10. Which would you recommend? I'm thinking 1000% Fuji. It was such a joke release. I hate the Sony recycling program. Thank you for saving our world, but man, it is just getting irritating, isn't it? The A6300 basically brought out over and over again. The A6400 only really improved autofocus that was already fantastic, so who cares? They did correct their color science, thank you. But the one upgrade, like color science, that's a firmware to any of the cameras. You could put that in A6300, so it's just so embarrassing. And then the crop, a 45% crop, maybe for wildlife. You got your zoom and then boom, 45% more. You might have something. Was that your question? You didn't even tell me what you want it for. Is this too clinically sharp? What if I had a solution? What if I had this solution? My man GX Ace just said Black Pro mist filters are bullshit. Get a glimmer filter, something, I forget, a glamour, glimmer, glitter. Fuck. Even if I wanted to buy it, I couldn't remember what it was. But I did add one to my cart, so I already remembered, and it was out of stock. So we won't be seeing it anytime soon, but one day we might. Was that your question? We're moving on. If you were interested in shooting video while hiking, often under the forest canopy in darker situations, what device would you choose? I just bring my Olympus. It depends. Do you want to zoom? Or do you is it just a vlog? Like almost anything? Who cares? Olympus is actually pretty good in low light. Was that your question? Need to consider low light, but also for easy workflow for uploading to YouTube. In addition, is there any device with good enough built-in mic, no, never. My guess would be either a phone or action cam. Your thoughts? For low light, action cam or a phone, that's where they die. You need to be in bright sunlight for those things to look good. You could get a Sony ZV-1 with a super long selfie stick, and then you could use that onboard mic because you're not in traffic noise, so it might even be nice to pick up some nature sounds with that. Oh, I just confused my own mind. Recommending a ZV-1. Your channel and videos are the best thing to the internet, man. I'm a Canon fan. I'd like to upgrade from my current M50 mirrorless. I doubt you need it. I doubt you need an upgrade. If I mount black hole, I'll primarily shoot street and portrait photography. Why are you here? I'm a vlogger. Why do I save these? I thought I wasn't gonna. No. Simple landscape and architecture and vlogs. Just thrown on the side. I've got my eyes on a RP for the price, and the idea of starting my RF mount arsenal to up my megapixel game. You're a nerd. The R seems cool. Small knob. You have a small knob. Any recommendations would be greatly appreciated. Always get the R over the RP. The RP is a piece of shit. Canon's known for their skin tones, and then I did a side-by-side with Sony a7S III and the RP, and I looked so much sicker on the RP I couldn't believe it because it's over-sharpened. Could I have unsharpened it? Probably, but you need a glamour filter on it, and once you get those, you're fine. Possibly. Yeah, go for the... They all suck. They're all old. Wait for the RP replacement that's going to be like $6. Canon said it was going to happen. You should probably just get a speed booster for your M50. Get a full frame, something fast, 24mm 1.4 Canon glass or Sigma. Attach it. You got a full frame look with a piece of shit battery life M50, and you're good to go. All right, the ultimate question must be answered. The Zeiss Batis 25mm Tony 2. Is it better than the Fuji's 16mm 1.4? You care. Next to me is an oddly colored fellow. He likes Sony color science. He bought a coloring book one day for his birthday, and he noticed that he enjoyed looking uglier than most people around him. I don't know why he prefers that, but he's not a Fuji color enthusiast like I am. Oh boy. What I'm curious is if we lost the Zeiss 3D Pop, or does that even exist? Probably not. I spent money. I hate when I do that. And I did put this Revo ring on it just to make it fair in the beginning. I'll take it off. I'll take it off. Fuji sharpness. Hi bro, do you recommend the ZV-E10 as a sub 1K short film and talking head camera? If we're being reasonable, you could do worse. You could actually stabilize with catalyst browse so it's only at like a 10% crop. It'll take forever, but your short films, you're putting all your work in. Oh, color grading. Oh, look, I added blue to the shadows. Oh, this is so cinematic. I wish I had a girlfriend I could follow around in the forest as she wondrously aims through the night looking for a better man. I hope she finds one. I actually have to make that video. Your girlfriend isn't cinematic. So yeah, you could make a short film with that or anything. It's pretty cheap. I mean, it's not bad. It's got good autofocus, somewhat okay color science. It's just, you get your Sigma lenses, then boom, you're pretty good. Stabilize and catalyst browse, not bad. So what are your thoughts on a GoPro Hero 9 with Media Mod and Rode Wireless Go system for vlogging outdoors while hiking, where size and weight are important? Okay, we got a couple problems. The GoPro will likely freeze and not record most of your trip. Are you okay with that? Honestly, you can't trust it. You'll never know if it'll freeze mid-clip. I went to the pool, I got a couple clips, and then it was like freezing, and then is this recording? And the Media Mod only adds to those problems. It just creates extra heat. The GoPro, it shoots above what it thinks it can do. Like, oh yeah, no problem, 5.3K, we can do that. No, you can't. The whole thing just goes haywire. You can't actually do what you say you do. It's too bad because it would be such a simple solution. The image is good enough. It's fine for your hike. It's like the best thing ever. Most stable, decent colors, dynamic range. It's like, yeah, you don't need a wireless go. You're 1 foot away from the camera. Oh, I wish I had a wireless solution. You just get a lav mic and tether it, you freak. I would say get the DJI Osmo Action with the little Sonova mic jack thing. Same basic thing, only it will actually record. You're not gonna lose your footage. I didn't like it. It was dark looking. I don't like the auto exposure of DJI, you suck. But buy it through my affiliate links. For your next show, I just sold my Canon 90D and bought the EOS R. Did I make a mistake? I make YouTube video and take photos. Hybrid. It's a sideways step. It's a little better, I think, but worse in a lot of ways. What's the bigger crop in 4K? The APS-C or Canon's 1.745 times crop? Actually, it's worse, so you now have a smaller sensor if you shoot 4K. You have worse slow-mo. I don't know, it's kind of a downgrade, if anything, but congratulations on your purchase. I'm sure you're gonna have fun. All right, last question. Simple question. For outside blogging, only Osmo Action or more expensive Go... What the hell, man? I just answered this. Read the comments section sometime. Pure on the run in a city blogging, no action shots on a bicycle, great stuff. The only problem with the Action is it's not really in focus at arm's length, but if you get an extender, you might be somewhat sharp, but it's kind of flattering for the face anyway, so who cares? It's fine. It's like, oh, sorry, no detail in my wrinkles and zits. Oh no. It's in my cart right now. It's $253 Canadian, and I was thinking of getting the Sonova mic jack, and then maybe small rig, since they reached out to me, I get a cage for that, which has filters, put a Black Pro Mist on there, or a Glimmer Glamour one. Can you imagine it? But I still won't be in focus. That hurts. And the darkness. GoPro 9 is the superior camera in every way. It's just, will it work? It's so stupid. Like, will they ever overcome that? I don't know. I don't think so. Like, what's the GoPro 10 gonna have? Like a bunch of more shit that their processor can't handle? It can't handle your current specs. So move up to an alien world where they share technology freely. And who won the battle today? Zeiss Battis, was that a good purchase? Where is it? I lost the lens. It's a decent looking lens. It's fat. I could vlog with it, and I think I'll do a video on why I chose this over the G Master, because that was an option. I was thinking of it. It's like, I'm not going to ruin it, but don't worry about that. No one's trying to break into my house. Did the Fuji win? There's always like a magenta purple skin tone to the Fuji. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. There's something wrong with it. I can always see it in people's comparisons. So, Sony all the way for me. Kind of curious about Canon full frame. Nobody's asking me questions anymore. I'll just leave after you thumb up the video and buy a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt and sign up for the new monthly membership where you get nothing basically, but you can do little ton of emojis, little Canon cripple hammers. Imagine that. It's not live yet. I got disapproved for the membership. I'll leave after you subscribe.